Hello, it is Sara Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for this Moon Astrology Tarot, this time for the Moon and Libra. We're going to say July 12th through the 14th, but it actually starts on the late in the evening on July 11th. And so I feel like it's been forever since I have recorded a video. I gave myself quite the cushion to be on kind of vacation. I did travel, but mostly I rested a lot. Which I probably needed more than I realized. Anyway, self-care. This is Cancer season. Take that self-care time. This is the Moon in Libra is all about partnerships, relationships, alliances. And Cancer is all about self-care, nurturing, and taking care of yourself. And are the people that you're around honoring, respecting, supporting what you need for self-care. But anyway, so that's kind of some basic. I hope y'all enjoyed the last couple of weeks of sort of calm energy. I know it wasn't calm for most people. I know there was a lot of stuff going on with people. I definitely heard a lot of people going through some stuff, particularly around the new moon in Cancer. But what I'm going to say to that is that was the calm. So this moon in Libra is happening with Venus gonna, aspect Neptune at 29 Cancer, 29 Pisces, and then turn around and oppose Pluto in Aquarius when Venus enters Leo. And so we've kind of got that fiery Leo with Venus there. Also, this is where Venus was last summer from like July. No, I think she got into Leo in June. Was it like mid-June? And then she retrograded entirely in Leo and then direct. So we had Venus in Leo for a good chunk of last summer. So you may want to think back to specifically, I want to say July 23rd through September 1st-ish. I'm guessing. I can't remember if those are exactly the dates. But think about what was going on for you maybe around that time when we had that Venus retrograde in Leo last summer. And then Jupiter is going to be aspecting the nodes. So we're going to add that Jupiter in Gemini sort of intellect with this harmonious aspect to the North Node and the South Node. And then the sun's going to trine Saturn. So we have a lot of aspects going on. And so if you're experiencing something with any type of relationship, whether it's romantic or otherwise, this may be, a tipping point or getting close to a tipping point. Mind you, we are also building up to the Mars-Uranus conjunction that peaks on the 15th. So we're in that energy. Mars-Uranus conjuncting can be surprises, disruptions. Uranus is our little disruptor. Mars is the warrior. So that Mars-Uranus situation, be careful. Be careful. There could be accidents. There could be car accidents. There could be just accidentally dropping something, accidental falls, things like that. So you kind of want to be on the awareness of potential accidents and just kind of slowing down a little bit, especially with this Jupiter in Gemini. I feel like I know for me, it's made me a little more flaky, a little more of a little airheadier than normal. But then we have this Venus opposite Pluto. Let me go back to that. Venus in Leo, she's a bit more of an aggressive, I don't want to say aggressive, maybe assertive, feminine energy, opposite Pluto, god of the underworld, in Aquarius. So he wants to do, what's right for humanity. And that could be letting go of a relationship. That could be renegotiating a relationship. I know I've talked about this a lot. I'm going to continue to talk about it as long as these nodes are in Aries and Libra, and they're entering the final decan of Aries and Libra, which is, for them, it's the first decan, but it's the final in this transit. So we're in the kind of final, not really final, because the nodes don't shift until January of 2025, but we are in the, what have you learned since July 17th of 2023? What have you learned since these nodes shifted? What are you discovering? Now, what the fuck are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay in the same situation, or are you going to, take the bull by the horn, so to speak, and make the necessary changes? Is your partner willing to make the necessary changes? Is your work situation willing to make, and if not, are you willing to get yourself into a more aligned situation that actually supports your creativity, supports your self-care, supports your spiritual journey, supports your, health journey, all of those things. And then add on top of that Saturn trining Uranus, Sun trining Saturn. There's too many things going on. Sun trining Saturn. Saturn's now stationed retrograde in Pisces. He hasn't moved yet, but he is stationed retrograde. And the Sun trining it. It's like, what do you need to be responsible for? Stop with the victim stories. Stop with blaming everybody. Stop with doing stupid shit just so you can get attention. I'm kind of being a little feisty. That might be that Mercury and Leo situation. So I'm sorry if this is coming out kind of mean and harsh, but it's really a time to trust me, you guys. I keep saying it and I'm going to keep saying it, but it really is like, you don't want to be with the wrong people a year from now, or even, let me do math. Give me a sec, because I'm not good at math. We're in July. By, I would say, March, April, May, June-ish, July. Okay, we'll just say a year from now. Yeah, that's about right. By a year from now, if you are still in a crappy situation that is unsupportive, or if you're still being an unsupportive person to yourself or to those around you, I mean, next year's going to spin us on our freaking head. Okay, it is. We got a lot of movement next year. And beyond that, it's going to be a wild ride. So I might get a little harsher with y'all, so I hope you can handle it. But what I really want you to know is I say it all from love, from heart, from a space of here's what we all need to, man up to the plate, fall up to the plate and do and take care of, and all of the things. Because if you stay in it, choose to stay, that's your choice. That's your choice. And I love you. And I'm glad that you're choosing, making that choice for yourself. I get it. However, just be cautious. Also, don't make any abrupt choices to leave. Like, really, I mean, I don't know. I don't like to see people breaking up over, but I do feel like there's a lot of relationships that are at a breaking point, that are at the point of this has to change or I have to move on. So I completely get it. So if I sound really harsh, I don't mean to, but maybe I do. Maybe that's what somebody needs to hear out there. I do think there's a lot of something to do with responsibility, and being responsible for if these people or you yourself even can't be honoring and supportive and nurturing of what's necessary for your self-care, then maybe it is a time to think things through and whatnot. So I think that's all I have on the astrology end of things. There's a lot going on and building up to that Mars-Uranus conjunction and whatnot. I did take some time to look through some, look ahead at some charts. And I just really strongly feel like it's kind of this moment in time where it's like, I don't want to say it's now or never, but like, act like it is. Act like it's now or never. Do you, just think that through. Do you really want to stay in a situation that's not serving you? When you really want to go play your music, or, be the artist that you are, the sculptor. Maybe you want to go travel, go camping, go hiking, and where you currently live geographically, that's not possible. Just all of the things, all of the things. It's really an opportunity. It's also an opportunity to heal the hell out of relationships. I have one particular relationship that over the last couple of years, that person and I have been working damn hard to fight out what needs to be fought out and heal what needs to be healed and finally come to some sort of stable ground between us. And, hopefully it's going to start to shift now, but I don't know. We'll see. And we'll see. We'll see. Get certain people in the room and, so I don't always say the right thing at the right time. In fact, guys, to be honest with you, if you met me in person, I often say the wrong thing at the wrong time. So, okay, we have the Queen of Batlets upright. Is it Batlets? Yep, Queen of Batlets in reverse. Whoops. Can't grip the card. There we go. Queen of Batlets in reverse. Oh boy. This always makes me think of emotional manipulation. Like who's fucking with whose mind. But it also could be just where are you being emotionally irresponsible or being maybe emotionally neglectful of yourself and those around you. This could also be where you maybe aren't like as mentally or emotionally mature as you thought. And like something has surfaced in recent times that you have been shown like, oh, maybe I don't understand all that I think I do, and that's why people need to have my back or whatever. And so I think there's a part of awareness, like I know, okay, so so I know this woman who is an entrepreneur. She's the co-founder of her company, and she is high maintenance. She is also bougie. She's luxury living, all of the things. But she has her husband does a lot for her housekeeper. She's got assistants. She's got a whole team of assistants. She's cool as hell because she really is aware that she is living life to the fullest, living life to the bougiest, living life on her terms. And if that means that she's high maintenance, like she's okay with it. And she has people in her world who know that she's high maintenance. It's kind of like people asking me, like, do your friends know that you spout off at the mouth? I'm like, yeah, and they tell me to shut the fuck up and move on. Right. Or they also acknowledge that I'm human and they know they've known me for so long that like it doesn't faze them. But I think it's a matter of self-acceptance, right? Or it's the emotional and mental maturity to acknowledge and yet be responsible for those parts of you that may be considered flaws or annoyances or nuisances to some, but the people that are in your world fully embrace and accept that that is who you are. That starts with you accepting yourself, right? Let's see what's up with the self-care deck. I'm kind of liking this deck. Do you guys like this deck? I like it. I'm having some fun with it for Cancer season. Remember, links below for all of the things. You can book with me. You can buy me a coffee. You can join the Awakening Spirit Collective. You can check out my guest appearance on the Hearts Unleashed podcast, where I talk about breaking up with your victimhood. Excuse me. What else? I think that's it. Of course, you can drop me a comment. Okay, this says make a vision board. I think since we're talking about relationships, money, that this would be a good opportunity to really look at and evaluate or reevaluate like your conditions of satisfaction for a partner or your conditions of satisfaction for a job or whatnot. Conditions of satisfaction are like your non-negotiables, right? Like I want a man who does X, Y, Z. I want a man who opens the door and pays the check and whatever, takes care of the chores like the garbage and whatnot. Or you want a job where you can have flexible time off when you need to for your kids or something like that. So I think this is kind of an opportunity to really look at either re-look at your vision board or reevaluate your vision board or your conditions of satisfaction. for the things that you want in your life. If you're looking for a new home, what are your non-negotiables? Your realtor asks you that when you're looking for a new home. What are the non-negotiables? Dishwasher, patio, pool, all, you know, all of the things. What are the things that are cool to have, but maybe you don't necessarily have to have? You know, jacuzzi, thing, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I think this is a really good opportunity to, if your relationship is feeling a little sticky, a little unsteady, in this moment, is to really look at, is this relationship fulfilling my conditions of satisfaction? What I actually said I wanted or needed from a partner. So, all right, that's what I got for this moon in Libra. So hang on tight. It's about to get a little bumpy, but I guarantee you, we all got this. We all got this. We're here. God's still got us here. God's still got a mission for us. So let's work together, be together, stay together, and let's get through this. All right, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.